huge percentage, sub 2%, but at this point in time, Intensity are having fantastic results from their clinical trials with their intratumoral injection technology, and the drug is giving phenomenal results at this point in time. In addition, we made our biggest ever cash investment to date. That was into Factum. Factum is a blockchain service provider. Now, many people, when they talk about blockchain, they think cryptocurrencies. Blockchain is the technology behind cryptocurrencies, so it's not actually, it's not a crypto investment as such. Factum is using their technology to allow data to be securely held and unchangeable. So effectively, in a legal, banking, any kind of finance environment, this is crucial, where human error can cost companies multi-billions of dollars through human error. And it was actually born out of the global financial crisis. So again, most of the technologies and the life sciences companies that we invest in come from trying to solve a problem effectively that the entrepreneurs behind the company have seen. In August, we completed a placing of £4 million. That was largely taken up by management and existing investors. In January, Lance de Jersey joined the board as our finance director. And in March, we made our second direct investment into a medical cannabis company. And this again is the second time any AIM company's done this, and both times it's been FastForward, so it's quite significant. Clearly, the regulators trust us and believe that we're capable and we understand the sector. And of course, we're very good on our due diligence and legal work. Again, a little bit more about the investment philosophy. Here you'll see Jim's book. Any early stage investor is about finding entrepreneurs who you really believe in, who really know what they're doing. And often those markets are so young, there isn't any available data because it just doesn't exist. So you really have to buy into the management team. Again, a little bit more about our investment approach. We're leveraging years of experience. Jim, Lorne, Lance, Ian, myself, collectively, we've seen a lot of decks. We've seen a lot of investment decks. We've met a lot of entrepreneurs. And I'll tell you what, it's very hard wading through what are good ideas but are going to be very difficult to execute. And for us, it's all about people that we believe can execute. We're happy to bring our investment to the table. We're happy to bring our expertise to the table. We guide and help our investee companies where possible. Obviously, it's not always easy for a shareholder because we can't always get the news to the market as quickly as we'd like. Sometimes this is for competitive reasons. Sometimes these companies need to stay below the parapet in order not to give their competitors an advantage. Due diligence, we're blessed to have incredible human capital available to us. Again, thanks in large part to Jim and Lorne, who have experts in pretty much every sector that we've invested in that can help us with due diligence on any asset that we take a liking to. And often we will look at many, many decks each month, and as you can tell, we don't always invest. So life sciences is something that we believe we're very strong in. Obviously, Jim, you would have heard today talking about his involvement in life sciences, longevity. We all want to live longer, we all want to live more healthily for longer, and effectively, these are the kind of therapies and drugs, etc., that we look into. We also are very fond of medical cannabis, as I think I've already stated. It's something that, again, we have a huge amount of experience in. Our North American link is huge. Our access to capital within that space is very significant as well. And it's something that you can see, you can expect FastForward to be doing more of in the future. Now, I must state, we are strictly into science-led medical cannabis companies. We like wellness as well. We believe that's another part of the sort of cannabinoid chain that is very attractive. I think everybody in this audience would have heard of CBD by now, and the CBD wellness, or what I like to call the cannabinoid wellness market, is going to be significant. I believe at the moment they're about talking about it being a $20 billion industry next year. So again, a little bit more about our views and some numbers to support our interest in medical cannabis and wellness. So $123 billion market in Europe alone by 2028. Now Europe is where we believe the biggest medical cannabis market is going to be. Certainly by population, you're looking at over 700 million people across Europe versus sort of 350 in North America. So European countries that have already legalized medical cannabis or are exploring medical cannabis extend to 40 plus, and it's almost on a weekly basis you'll read in the news that another European nation, whether a large EU nation or whether one of the smaller, less visible countries, it is a global secular trend towards legalization. And again, Germany at the moment is the biggest current market for medical cannabis. So again, just to reiterate, we have a lot of expertise in this space, and again, it's something that we see a lot of very exciting opportunities. While there's some that are crazily valued at the moment, our job, we feel, is to find stuff that makes sense, is at a sensible valuation, and more often than not, by being able to introduce our team and bring our expertise and capital, companies are willing to maybe take a slightly lower valuation in order to bring our expertise and our capital on board. So a little bit about the portfolio summary. As I said, we're at booth 90, so please, if you want to explore any one of our particular portfolio assets, we're very, very happy to go into more detail. Obviously, being a publicly quoted company, we can't go into too much detail, but we'll certainly talk about everything that's available in the market at the moment. As I mentioned earlier, Factum is our biggest holding by cash investment and current value. Factum is working with a number of very big entities over in the States and potentially even government organisations themselves. So that's how powerful their blockchain platform is being seen. Leap Gaming, a 3D virtual gaming technology. Again, IMG's investment was a bit of a game changer for Leap, and of course they have multiple applications in multiple sports where we can develop that business. Certainly the team at Leap are very good guys, and we expect that to be a big part of our portfolio valuation. Vimo, another one to point out, it's in the American educational technology space, and it's all about trying to solve the student debt crisis. So in America, it's vastly more expensive than the UK to go to university. Going over to the life sciences side of things, as I said, I believe we're going to see more and more life sciences investments over the next 3 to 6 months. Intensity therapeutics, as I mentioned, really a revolutionary drug that could be the cure for many quite tricky cancers where it involves hard to get to tumours, for example. Juvenescence, I hope you've heard Jim talk about Juvenescence today. He is, I believe, the biggest shareholder and the founder of Juvenescence. This is about bringing together all the different therapeutics that will create longevity, longer lives, more healthy for longer, and again, a huge, huge industry. MAP Life Sciences, one very close to my heart. I'm going to follow up with that in just a second. This is how our portfolio is currently valued. As I said, we're trading below our net asset value at the moment, with Factum being our biggest investment to date. So we have a 25% discount to whatever they do their Series B at. So again, right now we don't know exactly what that value will be, but we assume it's going to be significantly north of where we've made our investment. So post half year, as I said, we invested in EMAC Life Sciences. EMAC, as I said, is very close to me. I'm actually a co-founder with Antonio Costanzo, who some people might recognise from last year as the co-founder and head of international development of Nuvera, which was subsequently sold to Afria for over $800 million. Again, all in just over a year. So we're very, very lucky to have a fantastic team and a pool of human capital at EMAC, which is astounding, really, for a company that has only been going for just over a year. Again, very welcome to come and discuss this in more detail at the booth. So in summary, we've adopted a venture capital approach. We allow everyone to invest on the same terms as the company. We don't charge management fees. We don't charge upside fees. We're intrinsically linked to however you guys do as shareholders. So your gain is our gain and vice versa. The cost base largely remains the same regardless of what our market cap is at any one time. So certainly our costs don't go up exponentially with the value of the company. Strong focus on life sciences and technology sectors. Very lucky to work with some fantastic entrepreneurs. And our management team is, I believe, as good as it gets. And we're currently the only company on AIM with a direct investment in a medical cannabis company. So do come see us at booth 90. Thank you very much for your time.